Hello and welcome to Pop Along RC. Now, if you have ever owned an RC car, you have probably broken an RC car. In today's video, we are going to be talking about repair or upgrade. There are many people out there who get themselves an RC car and the first thing they do is jump on a forum and say, what shall I upgrade first? Well, for me, I've done my fair share of upgrades. I am guilty of that as well. However, what I do like to do is run the car and then replace parts as I wear them out. The FTX Zorro, you would have seen this a lot on the channel recently because we have driven this car hard. We have driven it super hard on gravel tracks, on tarmac tracks, on grass, but more recently we did take it to a BMX track where this car had a pretty hard time. It performed amazingly and if I'm honest, I think this is probably one of the best budget cars you can get in 2021, but it did not escape without injury. The car has got a few little things that I need to fix. Now, if I was to replace the bits that I broke like for like, we are looking at about £20 worth of repairs, which is not too bad considering how much abuse this car has taken over the past few months. But as I've made a few little breaks, I want to upgrade some parts on this car. Now, when it comes to upgrading cars, I kind of break it down into three areas. We have got performance. If you want to make your car perform better, there are upgrades and hop-ups that you can do. We have got durability. If you want your car to be more durable and be able to handle massive hits, then that is another reason. And the third one is because it looks nice. What did we break on the FTX Zorro? And it actually snapped the front bumper part where it joins onto the front of the chassis. Now this design is very good because it's got a small section at the front of the chassis, which means you don't have to replace the whole chassis. As I say, you could replace that with a plastic part and it wouldn't cost much at all. However, I have really enjoyed this car and I would like it to be a little bit more durable, and there is an element of it looking a little bit nicer too. So I've chosen to upgrade these parts to Ali. There are some other little bits that I can change. So in the process of doing this, there's some other parts that I've got that maybe I didn't need to get because the plastic parts were just fine, but you know what, it just looks nicer. And when I've got such a nice chassis, I wanted to bring up the level of some of the other parts so it also looks great. I did treat myself though to a new set of tyres because the tyres that were on it had been worn down significantly due to the sort of driving that I'd been doing and how much abuse it took. Now, with regards to performance of the tyres, I was actually happy with the performance. The soft rubber gives it superb grip, so I'm quite happy to run these tyres again, and when they wear out I will replace them. So here it is. Now, there are a few bits that I still need to finish off on this car. So I've just put it all back together and there are a few upgrades that I've done which were probably not essential, but I like it and it just finishes the project off. So we've got a few Ali parts here within the steering servo braces and under here where the diff goes there's an Ali part. We've also upgraded the fan here to an Ali fan, which is a really nice one, and actually I think I've noticed there is a lot more power coming through there, so therefore it's going to cool my motor better, therefore I get to play with it for longer before it starts to overheat. So on the Ali chassis there, I've actually still yet to stick down the ESC, which I will put in there, and obviously once I've stuck it all down I will get all these wires tidied up and put in super nicely. So there it is. It has come a very long way from the busted and dusty old chassis prior to its upgrades. Now, there is a problem with this car now. It's almost too pretty and I don't want to mess it up. But, do you know what? It is such a fun truck. It's not going to be long before we take this out and we give it a proper test with the new Alley chassis. With the added weight of the Alley chassis, it'll be interesting to see how this affects the handling and also how those shocks hold up to the additional weight. I am super impressed with the build of the Alley chassis, and I'll tell you what, this is no longer a budget car. This is a really nice piece of kit, and I'm really looking forward to getting it out on the track and seeing how it handles. So there you go. Please pop in the comments what you would like me to upgrade on this car next, because there are still a few things that I can upgrade. What would you recommend? Is there anything that I've missed? And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.